Hey, deserving listeners, 90 Day Fiancé. Let's watch. Let's see if anything interesting comes out of my face.
So that I can't say what I'm trying to talk to you about. So like if we're fighting and I'm saying, well, that's not, I don't care what I hear. I don't want to hear it. You yell over me so that I can't.
The reason why, like, you think that I'm stupid. That's why I'm freaking mad.
Okay, so I didn't show all the clips, but they went to a sex shop and they went to a cabin and they had a lot of sex and they both enjoyed it. So that's bonding and that helps the two of them. And now they're doing some communication exercises that Kalani is introducing. They did a eye contact exercise, so that helps to get you into the mood and to maybe build some trust. And then she says the next exercise is for us to say what we'd like to change in the other person. I would say that's a pretty advanced intervention that they're going to do because they don't really have a track record of being able to listen to each other in those situations. So if I were there, I'd be like, just take things slow. You had a lot of sex, you bonded, you did some eye contact. Maybe start with something easier, like things you like about each other. So she's going here and she starts off by like, I don't like it when you talk over me. And then he's saying, well, I talk over you because you treat me like I'm stupid. Okay. So this is common. Each person is coming from a rational place. Each person is understandable. So then you understand each other. He would say, I understand you that I over talk with, I interrupt you and I talk over you, and I understand that that would bother you. And then she would say, and I understand you that you talk over me because I make you feel stupid sometimes, which I understand. If they can do that, then they're great. But I'm worried that she says, I don't like this about you. And then he says, well, I only do that because I don't like this about you. And then they just keep going up the ladder and they never reach across and say, I get you, I understand you. Let's watch.
That's a core issue of ours, is that when I say things to you, you assume I'm calling you stupid, and I'm not calling you stupid. They don't think that. You always think I'm calling you dumb, and I'm not.
It's true that she doesn't call him dumb, at least on camera, and I believe her that she doesn't intend on making him feel stupid, but she does talk to him in a way that would make a lot of people feel stupid. She talks down to him, she chastises him, and it's not extreme, but it's definitely there, and he's totally, it's understandable. In the same way that she is understandable that she doesn't like it when he overtalks for her. So, I'm worried about this. She's like, I don't like this about you. And he says, well, I only do this because you do this to me. And then she says, you're wrong. And so this is worrisome. They started off really well, but this might be escalating. So how could he respond? Well, he could respond right now and say, oh, okay, well, so thanks that you don't think I'm stupid. That's nice. Sometimes I guess I just feel stupid. But, I get where you're coming from that you don't want me to overtalk. Let's see what he says.
It's like sex because the first time we're being together, it's like every day we're gonna be like boom, 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 but now we have kids. And for me, it's like these days it's not the same when we first met. So that's the thing I want to fix.
I told you, once I stop breastfeeding, it will be better.
Okay, so it didn't escalate. Then she, they said, okay, well, we talked about that. And what do you think? And he's like, well, I would like to have sex more. And she's like, well, things should change as soon as in the future. Although it's not like advanced communication skills, it seems to be working out pretty well. And this is actually something that I often will talk with my couples about, which is that you don't need advanced communication skills when the foundation of the relationship is strong. When you feel good about each other and you love each other and you trust each other and you feel relaxed around each other, you don't have to really work at your communication. You can kind of screw up your communication and things will still kind of go well. Because in that moment, you would assume that Asuelu is hearing her, even though he didn't say, I hear you, that I overtalk you. He probably internalized that, like, okay, she doesn't want me to overtalk. And that'll affect him the next time. And vice versa. So they had a lot of sex, they bonded, they had a lot of eye contact, they haven't fought at all, they've had time away from the kids to relax, and that means that they don't have to have superior communication skills in order to have effective communication.
So remember this conversation, we'll remember the fire, we'll remember to calm the down.
What is the fire in Samoa? Afi. Say afi.
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 How about that? That's our word then. If the other person starts getting really frustrated or really mad, then we'll just say Afi.
So this is actually a really great technique. I don't know if it's going to work, honestly, but I hope it does. But I've worked on this with other couples before. In fact, some of y'all will comment below and say, for us, the couples out there will tell me that, one couple said, we say, don't be a jerk face, quoting me, I guess. And they will, in the middle of a fight, they'll say that and it'll make them laugh, and then they can't remember why they started the fight, and then it resolves the fight. So having kind of like a safe word or a distraction word or a grounding word can absolutely help in conflict, but you definitely need other things in place to help you to resolve conflict better. So we'll see what happens.
Afi, serious.
Afi,
Remember this conversation.
shake on it, kiss on it.
Come here.
I love you. I mean, I loved the conversation we were having. It was great. We were by the fire. It was very romantic, but I feel guilty that I went to a lawyer behind his back.
All right, well, that does it for that episode. Everyone out there, please take care of yourself because you deserve it. You really, really do.